How are we all today? I hope you're all doing good. I'm going with some natural lighting today, so I hope that works for us. It's a lovely day outside, um, so I'm hoping we don't need any actual lighting today, which can sometimes be a little bit too much glare. So we're going to try the natural lighting and see if that works. How are you all today? I'll just do our usual checks to make sure that everything is up and running. It looks like it is, but let's double check. It's always good to do a little bit of a check, isn't it? And make sure everyone can see what's going on. I know sometimes there is a little bit of a delay, so. Oh, it looks like we're live on Facebook, so that's good. Yeah, excellent. Oh, I'll just turn my noise down because you don't want to hear that. And let's just double check. YouTube looks like it's doing fine. Okay, well, in that case, I think we'll get started. I'm just, well, I was just in the middle of printing something, which is probably the noise that you can hear in the background, so I apologise for that, because that was just something that I wanted to show you guys, but it is taking a bit of printing off. I don't know why it's taking so long. My printer is quite ancient, so that is probably why. So I'm going to see if I can. Hi Julie, how are you? Let's see if I can just. How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I think it's probably because I may not have got the sound set up properly on the full screen, so I need to just double check that and make sure that I've got that set up right. So sorry about that, guys. I was trying to do something a bit different and it didn't work, did it? So hopefully you guys can hear me now. So yes, we've had some items delivered, and they have just filled up the HQ to the point where I couldn't get in the door. So we need to clear some space for our new stock that's coming for the next release. So we thought we'd have kind of almost a retirement sale, but not a retirement sale, because some of these items we may not retire. Some of them are in very low numbers. I will warn you right now, some of them are in very low numbers. So if you want any of these items that you can see in the sale, do grab them, because many of them, once they are gone, they will be retiring. And that is purely because, not because we don't love them, because I love all of the designs, and I hate retiring anything, but we do need to move some things out so that we've got room for new things. So yeah, unfortunately, it's come to that time for some of the items that have been with us for quite a while, that we've had, that are perhaps older designs. So yes, we've made that decision that we perhaps need to move some of the stock on so that we've got room for new stuff. So the exciting thing about that is that if you've had your eye on some of these items, but you've thought, oh, I'm not sure, the new release has come in and it's new and shiny, so some of the older stock and the older stamps you might leave to one side, this is your opportunity to grab them at a massive, massive discount. So 70% off is huge. So I printed this off, which did take ages to come off. But this just is to let you know that you will get 70% off all of the items that are in the Spring Clean section of our website. I'm just going to turn off Facebook because it doesn't seem to be working very well at the moment for me. So hopefully you're not getting the same lag that I'm getting, and that it's working okay. I don't know whether maybe it's the time of day or it's just my equipment. I don't know. Oh, I'm glad you can all hear me now. Blake says hi. Has had to collect him from school. He's had his bump on his head from headbutting a bench. What is he doing headbutting benches? Blake, hello, and look after that sore head. And don't be headbutting anything else. It's not advisable. So yes, so if you want to take part in the sale and want to purchase anything, and I know lots of you already have because orders have been coming in all morning since it went live. So I'm going to be very busy over the next couple of days packing orders. But you just need to use the code SPRINGCLEAN22. And that will automatically apply the 70% discount to items that are in that section. It doesn't apply to anything else that's in the store, and you won't be able to use other offers or discount codes that you've got. So just be aware of that. It runs until midnight on the 28th, so you've got plenty of time to think about it and make your purchase from that point of view. But like I say, some items are in very low numbers. So if there's something that you particularly have your eye on, and you can see that it's already low stock, because it will tell you if it's low stock, then I would grab it. So that's the sale. So for today, for my craftiness today, I thought I would use some items from the sale, and I just quickly grabbed some that I've not used for a while, and I thought, you know what, some of these, it might be my last chance to use them. So I thought let's have a go at it, because I may not get the chance again. So I did just pull out the Sunburst cover plate die, the birthday bears, and the Eat the Cake sentiment. I have no idea really what I want to do with these at the moment, because like I said, I just pulled them out because I know that these are great sale items, and they're also items that I haven't used for a while. So so let's have a think. What can we do with these? I love the little bear and the little guy with his little cupcake. So they're a really great starting point for any card. And then the Eat the Cake does go really well with this set. But it's got some great sentiments with it already. So the Make a Wish, I Come Bearing Gifts, have a very good day. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet with this. I do think that this die here in the background would look really, really sweet. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to do an ink blended background or I want to let's have do a little bit of staging here to build my little scene, because I think that my little bear, I was just thinking that I liked this sentiment, have a very good day. Because it doesn't have to be a birthday bear necessarily. So I like that. I like this arrangement. So I've got a little bit of a kind of an idea of what I want to do. So I'm just going to grab grab a card base. So I'm going to grab an A6 card base because that fits with our card panel. And I'm also going to grab some, I want some yellow. I don't think I've got a big enough yellow piece in my scraps of the colour. Oh, I might have actually. This is pretty much the colour that I wanted. Is it going to be big? Oh, look at that. That is just fate. That is absolute fate. So Jane says that she's had a major splurge. But to be fair, she got £160 of the products for £48. So it would be silly not to. That's exactly it. With the amount of discount that you're getting, really do grab it while it's there, because some of these things you're going to be getting for a couple of pounds that would have been, you know, considerably more. So like I say, this is, you know, we thought go big or go home on this. We need the space. So let's do it. Let's give you, this is the biggest sale that we've ever had. We've never offered a discount of this size. So really do, you know, fill your boots, because it is going to be awesome. And Julie says she needs to find a time for tea book to know if anything she needs, although on first glance she thinks she has it all. I think you probably do, you know. You have got a ton of our stuff, Julie, so maybe you have it all. So I'm just going to pop this through my die cutting machine with the that yellow cardstock that we happened to find, which was very, very handy. I can't wait to see what you've chosen, Jane. Well, if you think about it, you know, logically, you are going to get, for every, you know, for £100 spent, it's only going to cost you £30. That's ridiculous. When do you ever get that kind of a discount? You don't. And especially on, you know, crafty items. And like I said, there's some really fabulous things in the sale. It's just the fact that they've, you know, like I say, some of them might have been around a little bit longer, but that doesn't take away from how cute they are or how useful they are. This one, for example, I'm going to be really sad to see this one go, because it is such a useful die. So not to say that all of the items that that are in the sale are going to be retired, but some of them definitely will be. So let me have a think about this now, because I don't know whether I want to do an inlay there. So this is our little sunburst, you see. So this is kind of the basis. Hi, Lucianne. Of where our little guy's going to live. So I'm trying to think about, right, what do I want to do in the background there? Do I want to do an ink blended background potentially? I think I might just ink blend my background there. And then I'm going to add a little bit of greenery along the bottom. I think that's what we'll do, because he's in an outside scene. So we're going to do some ink blending. So let me get my stencil matter out. So a couple of the things that I probably should just let you know about as well is that we do have the stackable brushes are back in stock. I just need to update the website with those, and the caddies. We have more of the caddies in stock. That's one of the big deliveries that's arrived. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do some stenciling on the back of here. Sometimes my brain is so full of information that it just comes out, doesn't it? when it randomly wants to. Okay, so I'm going to use a bit of washi tape here to mask this, and I'm going to use some of our washi tape from a bundle because it's a little bit lower tack than the one that the rainbow one that I normally use. So this one is a good one for just masking, and I'm just masking these edges out because, and this is a lovely washi tape, it seems a waste to be using it just for this purpose, but it is very good, and I can always reuse it. So let me just double check that I've masked out enough. Yeah, that's perfect. So I just wanted to keep the edges white. That was my goal. Lucianne says she splurged twice, waiting for confirmation on the second order as it's come out of your bank already. Oh wow, okay. Julie says she doesn't get paid until Thursday, so we'll wait until then. Well, this is why it's good that it's got a bit of a longer date on it, hasn't it? That it gives you that chance to do that if that's what you need to do. Okay, so I'm going to use my big beautiful blender brush here, my big juicy one, and I'm going to use, what colour shall we, because I want this to be a really bright card. I'm feeling the sunshininess of the sky outside, and I'm going to use a bit of this salvage patina, which is probably not typically a sky sort of colour, but I think it's going to work really, really nicely against our sunshiny background here. So I'm going to just apply this all over the back here, and I'm actually not really blending it together because that gives the impression of it being a bit cloudy. So I'm deliberately not using a cloud stencil here because they're not in the sale. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to show you, if you were buying items from the sale, these are the things that you'll be able to use, and this is what you'll be able to create. So my mission was not really to use anything other than kind of inks and brushes and those kind of tools. Other than tools, I'm wanting to not use anything else, if that makes sense. So so let's add a little bit more depth to this in places. And again, I'm just going to keep popping this over the top. So that's really nice. I like that. But I feel like it needs a little bit more depth of colour. So I'm going to grab one of my smaller brushes, my little teal brush here, and the peacock feathers. And I think I'm going to go kind of in the middle here and radiate out from where my my sunshine would be. So I'm going to start in the middle and then just pull that colour outwardly. There we go. So swirling that round, and then let's pop that back in the centre. And you can see, we can see, I don't know whether it's going to come across on screen, but that colour is much deeper in the centre there. So I might pull that out just a little bit further. So just a little bit further on the outside there. And bring that round in a nice circle. Let's see where we're going with that. That looks good. I like that. So just to smooth that out a little bit, I'm going to go back in with some of the salvage patina just around those edges, just to smooth. And the great thing about using the extra large brush is that it really does cover all of that space in a, you know, just one easy movement. So just bringing all of that round. Love that. Okay. And I love this colour, salvage patina. It is such a good colour to use. Okay. Hi Josh, how are you? Julie says it's a lovely sunny day where she is as well. So what is the weather like where everyone is today? Are we enjoying a bit of sunshine, a bit of much needed sunshine? Because yeah, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? So very grateful for it. Okay, so I think, guess what I'm going to do next? I'm going to do some splatters, aren't I? So one of the things that I'm going to do, so I've got a couple of colours here actually that I might use. I've got a bit of my Aquatini actually. I'm going to use some of this. So this Aquatini shimmer spray is really cool, but I need to activate the shimmer in it. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a shake from side to side so that that all mixes together. And then I'm going to splodge some of it onto my acrylic block here, because I don't want to spray it everywhere because I can't handle the spray everywhere anyway. Oh, I don't think I cleaned my water from last time, so that's very bad form, isn't it? Now then, let me think, because I want to do some just normal splatters first as well. So I do have some little water bottles actually with some clean water, so let's use these first. So I'm going to just spray some water on the back here. That's it. That was a good spray. You may not have seen that too much on the screen, but I'm just going to add some larger splatters as well. Just tapping that nozzle there, and then I think I'm going to use what am I doing? I'm going to just, actually I might be better off just doing this with my just using the nozzle to add a bit of extra water rather than spraying water everywhere. So let me grab a bit of tissue here. So now that's rested a little bit, that water, I'm going to just blot that with my kitchen roll. And then we've got some nice little splatters of water there, which is going to look really, really cool. Ashley says it was a little cloudy and wet here today. Night time for us now. Oh, right. So remind me, Ashley, whereabouts are you for it to be night time? So let's mix this up. Josh says it's sunny there. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying some sun. So I'm just going to tap some of these splatters onto here. Some quite big splatters here. But these will dry back to a shimmery colour, so they won't be quite so bright. Just dry off that. That's looking quite cool. In Tasmania, Australia. That is somewhere I would love to visit, Ashley. Australia. So let's but it's weird to think that it's cloudy and wet where you are. I think in my head I always think of Australia as being super sunny and warm. But is it your winter time is our summertime? Is that right? Have I got that right? So when we're gearing up for summer, you're gearing up for winter. Julie says, Joe, hoping to post Harry's card to you this week and also put a couple of samples of the lace-like dyes for wedding invites we talked about. Oh, thank you so much. I was going to mention that actually, but I just keep forgetting. So for those of you that don't know, I'm just going to shut that door because I've just heard Anne arrive back. So yeah, so I my sister-in-law, not actually really my sister-in-law as such because neither of us are married yet, but yeah, she's getting married next year and she's asked me to do her wedding invites, something that I've never done before. I'm very nervous about doing. Aunt very kindly volunteered us for that, and yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, Julie mentioned that she got some really nice dies that might work for wedding invitations. So she's going to let me have a look at them and see if they're going to be fit for the job, which I'm hoping they are. So I do like that. Now I've taken off my masking there, and I've just thought to myself, because that is going to that's going to dry back to more of a shimmer than the teal colour. I might just add a bit of teal as well, because I do like the fact that the teal is on there. But what will happen is when this dries, you're going to get a teal shimmer, but it'll be much paler. And some of it is already drying back. You can already see that it's going to be more of a shimmery coverage than an actual teal colour. So I'm going to go back to my water, and I'm going to use some of this peacock feathers as well. So I'm just going to smudge some of that onto my surface here, and again I'm just going to use some of this water to do that. And then what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to use this fan brush and see if this will give us a different kind of a splatter. Although it might not be a deep enough colour for me. Yes, it's quite a pale colour. I did want it a little bit darker than that, but I don't think I've got anything that's dark enough to do that, unless I went in for a blue. But that's okay. I'm gonna just super splattering. That's what we're doing. Lots of splatters. I do love a good splattering though. Okay, so I have splattered everywhere, as is the usual. Ashley says it's a beautiful place, totally worth a visit. We've had beautiful weather lately, just today was a little wet. And it's autumn at the moment, right? So yes, so we're supposedly having spring. Well, to be fair, the last few days it has felt much more spring-like, but it's been a long time coming. And I do think, do the clocks spring forward soon? And I think that's when we're going to start feeling like we're actually getting some nice weather again. And that it's going to be, there's more daylight for us anyway. So, but I like a UK autumn. So that is a you know, I think it's funny because I do like the first, like, you know, first days of spring. It feels really nice. But summer is my favourite season, definitely. But then I always like the feeling of it getting into autumn and cosy weather again. But winter just stays wintry too long. So I like Christmas. But then once Christmas is over, I'm done with it, really. It's just, yeah, I've had enough of the cold. And I'm ready for it to be spring already. So spring takes far too long to come round, in my opinion. It should be the 1st of January. And then if we could have summer from March through to September, that would be great. But it doesn't work like that, does it? So for our little sunburst here, so this is coming together quite well. This is going to be our nice background in a bit of a nice tealy colour. Angie's here, hello, and you're just in from the vets. Oh, I hope everything is okay. Ashley says she loves a bit of splatter, and they do spread over the desk sometimes, definitely, all over the desk. So I'm wondering whether I want to add a bit more depth to that sunshine, but I think I quite like it as it is. But I do want to add some green for my little bear to stand on. So I'm just going to grab some of my greenery here, some of my scraps. And I was hoping that we might be fortunate and have some already done. And there is a little bit done, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough to stretch all the way across my scene. But that was quite cool. So that's quite a good colour. It's quite a good colour match actually. Because I don't want it to be too in your face green. Otherwise it's just going to be a bit too many greens, a bit too many colours. And I don't think the dark green says spring enough to me. So Josh says that the clocks go forward on the 27th. So that's Mother's Day as well, isn't it? So so that's cool. So I'm going to use this scrap to make myself a little bit of grass for my little, just to ground my little bear. So I have to apologise at this point because this particular die is not in the sale, and I did say I was going to restrict myself, didn't I, to items that are only in the sale. So let me just have a look, see if there's anything else that I can use that is, see, this is the die that I was going to use. So 1,000 apologies that one isn't in the sale. Let me have a look, see what else we've got in here. I'm actually looking for a particular die, so bear with me, because I feel like it could work, but it may not work at the same time. Yes, I think it was this one. That one as well, but that one I don't think that one's going to work, but that's okay. So I've not totally failed, but I have failed a little bit, so I apologise. So what we're going to do a little bit of, we are still going to use one of the dies because I want some grass. Well, you don't necessarily have to have the grass. You could use one of the straight dies, I guess. But I quite like the idea of having a little bit of a hill there. So I am going to use this die. So please forgive me. But what I think I might also do is team it up with some of the windmill add-on dies, because we've got this cute little fence and we've also got some trees and some clouds, and I think if anything I'm going to use that, if I don't use anything else, I will most likely use those clouds because they're great to use. So let's pop this through the machine. So that, because I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending onto this green. Okay. So what this does, obviously, it just cuts a strip into your cardstock like this, which is great. And then you can just snip that out from your cardstock like so, and then that will stretch all the way across your card front like so, and then you can snip off the bit at the bottom, and then we've got our little bear who's going to sit here, and then we've got the sentiment, have a very good day, which I think could probably, we could stamp that onto the base there, couldn't we? Which would be quite cool. And then we could have, let's have a look here, we've got these cute little clouds, which will be very sweet, I think, here. And I think we've pretty much nailed it there. And we've got this little fence as well, which is super cool. and maybe just a little fence behind him is just going to add a little bit more interest just there. Quite like that, I think. So it's coming together. I need to think about what colour I want to do my fence. I might do that in some craft cardstock. And I also need to remember that I need to stamp onto this piece here as well. So put that up there, put that there. I'm going to die cut this because I'm probably going to ink blend some of this, and we need to die cut these pieces, and I need to do some ink blending on here. Talking away to myself, look. So scraps of white and scraps of craft. So different colours of craft, because craft does come in a variety of different colours. So it just depends what your preference is. I'm going to use this piece here, I think. That's a good colour, I think. And then we can just, is that going to be wide enough? Ooh, just. Using our little scraps of cardstock here. See if I've got one a little bit wider. I feel like that's a bit safer. And we can just use up some of our scraps here to die cut these guys. Put that back in there. And let's stick these through the machine. So Josh says he's going to throw his toys out of the pram as his Wi-Fi is not working and the 4G is rubbish in the house. Oh no. And Julie says she's finished stamping out all her stamp sets into a handmade Time for Tea encyclopedia, and you've got 92 stamp sets. That's awesome. You've probably got more than me now. That's crazy. I love it though. Is anybody having problems with the with the internet? Is it sticking for any of you guys? I must admit it's sticking a little bit for me, but I think that might be me. Not me personally, but just the Wi-Fi here. It doesn't appear to be sticking on screen, so I'm hoping that it's just a bit of a local Facebook issue that I've got. But because it sometimes does this to me, because it's quite an old iPad, and I feel sometimes it can't really keep up with me. Oh yeah, broadcast interrupted. Let me double check that we're okay. Oh yeah, that seems to be working okay. So just a little bit delayed. So, but it seems to be all right, I think. I was just having a moment. So that's our little. I'll carry on as if nothing's happening, and hope for the best. That's what I normally do. So, what's everybody doing anyway today? How are we watching? What are we doing while we're watching? Are we crafting along? I know sometimes you guys do. But on a Tuesday, I think a lot of you I'm catching while you're on your lunches at work and things, aren't I? So yeah. So what are you having for lunch? It will be my lunch. Not long after our live is over, so I'm already starting to feel a little bit hungry. And Angie says the video is frozen for you too. So it was on it is on my iPad, but on my phone it seems to work. So I don't know whether maybe you need to log back out and log back in again, Angie. That might work. I'm just having a little look now to see if I can get it working. Julie says that she wasn't even aware that you had so many stamp sets. Oh, and I've just seen Angie's message about 2 street cats that you've taken for neutering. That is such a good thing that you're doing over there, Angie. It really is. Actually, in a little bit of news, I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Video is frozen, I can hear you, and screen was frozen, but it's back okay now. Oh, well, that's good then. I think it might just be Facebook having a moment, because everything seems to be fine elsewhere. But yeah, it's freezing a little bit, isn't it? I'm going to see if I can figure out what's happening on YouTube as well. See if we've got the same issue on YouTube. Interesting. Seems to have frozen completely. Oh no. Oh no, we got a problem, Houston. So I think we're okay, but it does seem like the screen is frozen. But it's absolutely fine here. I don't know whether to stop and log back on. I don't know what to do actually. Oh no. We hate Facebook for this. Yes, Jane says the screen is still frozen. It's still frozen for me too.